Hello, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and today we're going to take a look at the Akashic Records to see what message Source has for you. It is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through today, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it's meant for someone else, and please check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. If you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. All 12 zodiac signs will have their Akashic Records readings up by Thursday, and I apologize for the hum in the background, but I do need to have the AC unit on today as we just hit 92 degrees up here, so in my workspace. So with all of that said, now let's begin. Tapping into the Sagittarius collective now, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What do they need to know from the Akashic Records at this time? What does the Sagittarius collective need to know? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Soul's Whisper. And at the bottom of the deck, you have Bravery. Your soul is whispering its deepest desires and truths to you. In the quiet moments, listen closely. It's guiding you toward your authentic path. At the bottom of the deck, Bravery. You're being asked to make a tough decision that you've been putting off because of fear, which is understandable, but you do have the strength and bravery to make this decision, and you will feel so much lighter when you do. So your soul is telling you it's time to make a pretty significant decision here, whether that's in career and finance, love and romance, relocation, but it's not the type of bravery of like, oh, that restaurant there looks shady, I don't know if I want to eat at the buffet. Not that level of bravery. This is something grander. Do I start my own business? Do I leave a job? Do I go back to school? Do I leave this person? Do I, open my heart up again to someone new? It's a significant life-changing decision. Do I have a family? Do I buy a house? Do I sell the home that I have? So tell me more about this here for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Why is this their message from the Akashic Records? Soul's Whisper and Bravery. The answer you need is inside of you. I think you already know what to do. You just haven't been doing it for whatever reason. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Six of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. Five of Pentacles. So you're still giving to something that you're supposed to be moving on from. Bottom of the deck, Ten of Pentacles. A job, a career path, a friend group you've known for a long time, a family member, certainly could be a love partner in that Ten of Pentacles, or someone maybe you're married to or you have children with. You're still giving Six of Pentacles to something or someone. Six of Pentacles. Tell me what the Six of Pentacles is here. Why is this here for Sagittarius? One more shuffle. Thank you. Six of Pentacles is clarified by Page of Pentacles, Five of Cups, and the Emperor. Bottom of the deck, the Ten of Swords. So you continue to give to someone. I don't know who this someone is. The boss, the love partner, someone you see as a divine masculine. I don't know if they're a divine masculine, if they're Ten of Swording you. That's a lot of betrayal. That's either one massive shock to the system, emotionally dysregulating betrayal, or it's a series of betrayals over and over again. Whether they're exactly the same or different, but they still amount to a hell of a lot of pain and a big loss of trust between you and whoever this masculine figure is. However, you continue to give to them. In fact, you look for ways, consciously and subconsciously, in that Page of Pentacles to give to this person. The Page of Pentacles in the deck I use for you is looking at a book. That's why I said that. So it's like, oh, it's their birthday. What's a nice thing that I can do for them? What's a nice thing you can do to someone who's been a serial cheater, who doesn't give you raises or promotions? You know what I mean? Who's betrayed your trust? Who you maybe a confidant that you told all of your secrets to and they went and told the neighborhood about it. I don't know, what nice thing can you do for that person's birthday? So I feel like you're perpetually looking for tangible ways, again, consciously and subconsciously, to give to someone who has left you in the Five of Cups, emotionally disappointed. There's bereavement, there's grief here. There are levels of emotions you have yet to fully process as a result of the betrayal. Your soul is whispering to you to move on from this person, and yet you actively seek ways to engage with them, to exist with them, or to actually give them something. Queen of Swords. The Page of Pentacles is looking at a document. The Queen of Swords is looking at a different type of document. The Page of Pentacles is looking to give an offer. This is, if we look at it in terms of like fiscal resources, the Page of Pentacles is like, oh, what are things that I can buy today? The Queen of Swords says the budget is tight. What are things that I can cut today? I'm going to take that notification on my phone as a sign here. I just heard the name Elliot. I don't know if you're an Elliot. This person is an Elliot. I don't know if that stands for something. Maybe you have a kid called Elliot. I think I once knew a person who had a dog named Elliot. Anyway, Queen of Swords. Tell me why the Queen Elliot. This, I hardly ever get first names like that. Queen of Swords. Why is the Queen of Swords here? One more shuffle. Thank you. It's probably for one person watching, but Queen of Swords, Four of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the King of Wands. Well, King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So for me, Queens exist in the present because they process the past, and Kings take action. And at this point, you're supposed to be assessing cutting this person off, taking action. Again, looking at this in terms of, if you look at your resource, your time, your love, your money, right, your talent, your commitment, because I don't know who this is. This could be a really bad boss here. You're supposed to be reviewing it. Again, the Akashic Records is the records of your soul's journey and what you should be doing at this time, or what most of you will be doing at this time. I should say will be doing at this time. And so we're taking a look at what you should be doing right now so you stay in alignment with that soul's journey that is already in the Akashic Records. So if we're looking at this in terms, if we look at your pentacle resources as money, if we equate it to money, it's really nice to say, I'm going to buy this, I'm going to buy this, I'm going to buy this, I'm going to buy this. But the Queen of Swords is more reserved. The Queen of Swords says, wait a minute, we can't have champagne taste on a beer budget. We need to, pull in those purse strings. We have to tighten up stuff. Maybe we don't have the $150 monthly, payment plan or whatever service from Hulu. Nothing against Hulu. I love Hulu. But maybe we get the basic, which is $49.99, because that's what we can afford. That keeps us within budget. So there's something like that when it comes to this particular person. You're supposed to be reviewing at this point in time how much of your resources you're giving to them, as opposed to looking for ways on how to give them more resources when they are clearly an untrustworthy individual. And if this person is already out of your life, then that was the lesson that you were supposed to learn. That moving forward, you need to be more discerning with your pentacle resources, your time, your love, your money, your talent, etc., etc. So this is like a huge inventory pause. Okay, we're in the red here, Sag. If we're, again, just equating your beautiful resources to money, we're in the red. And there's something here about timeout. We can't spend any more before we take further action to invest any more pentacle resources. Someone needs to go through that budget, if you will, line item. Tell me more about that line item message that I got. I think you're overgiving to someone, like I said, or you're looking for ways to give to someone. I have to find out why that is. Why is that? For those of you where this person is still in your life. Why the overgiving here? Why the overgiving? One more shuffle. Thank you. Why the overgiving? Knight of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Four of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the Magician. Only take it if it's yours. If I keep showing up and giving, then everything will be okay. It'll be manageable. It won't be the Five of Cups. It'll be the Four of Cups. It's still a step down. It's not Six of Cups. It's not Nine of Cups. It's not 10 of Cups. But the feeling I get here is over time, Knight of Pentacles, if I persistently take action towards this person and I bake them their favorite cake, I work overtime and I'm okay with not being paid, for that time, being paid overtime. There's something like that. If I just continually give to this person over a stretch of time, I'll get out of the Five of Cups with them and into the Four of Cups. But the Four of Cups isn't any better of a state to be in. Who wants to go to work in a Four of Cup environment, daydreaming of being elsewhere? Who wants to stay in a Four of Cup relationship where they're emotionally unfulfilled? And they dream about, oh, how wonderful it would be to be in a relationship where my heart is respected and my partner loves me. Who wants to be in a Four of Cup friendship where you dream of the time that you have a friend who actually is your bestie in action, in deed, not just in word. So I have a group of you here where I can manifest this to the Four of Cups. So you already know subconsciously you can't manifest this to the 9 or 10 of Cups. It'll never be that. And you have accepted that. And you've said, but I can manifest it to the 4. Why is that? If I can just get it to the 4, I'm good. It's almost like you think that you can manifest this into a state of comfort for yourself, but you can't manifest someone else's actions. And this person has repeatedly, 10 of Swords, shown you that they can't give you the 4. The 4 is the bare minimum in an emotional relationship. It actually is terrible, to be quite honest. 3 of Cups is actually bare minimum. 4 of Cups it's the party's over. and we're dreaming of the party. The person makes a conscious choice to keep you in that. So you can't manifest their free will because they have free will. Tell me more about this Emperor. Tell me more about the Emperor. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Emperor is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Two of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Wands. So this is someone you've known for a long time. You have some type of connection here with this person. Again, you could be married to them. You have shared resources. It's the job you've been at for a long time. Could be the industry. It doesn't have to be an actual person. Could be the industry that you've worked in for quite some time. It certainly could be your spouse. But I'm asking about this person. This person is at the Two of Wands. I don't know if you know that. This person is contemplating going out on their own. Ace of Wands, the Devil, the Five of Swords, and the Empress to the Three of Swords. Do you know that? This person has either they're already contemplating downsizing you at work or eliminating your position. They are already gossiping about you behind your back. Like if this is a friend, this is a family member who you trust but should not be trusted. This is a romantic partner who either has stepped out on you in some form or fashion, or dreams about the day that they can, or dreams about the day that they can start over without you. There's a serious problem in this partnership, whether it's professional, platonic, or romantic. And you can't manifest this person to be an emperor when they're not. And they very well may be an emperor, but not your emperor. Maybe they're a good boss, but they're not a good boss to you. Maybe they would make a good spouse, but not to you. Maybe to someone who is okay with the Four of Cups. You're telling me here, I'm not okay with the Four of Cups. I would be settling for the Four of Cups, but hey, that's my lot in life. No, Akashic Records is saying no. Your soul is whispering to you to be brave and move forward. Look at that, speak up. 15 seconds of insane courage. Okay, Five of Pentacles. Why is the Five of Pentacles here? And it could be for some of you with that Hierophant, you feel obligated to this person. I don't know, maybe you're married to them and you have the, very deep religious beliefs. Nothing wrong with that. I'm Christian myself, and I found a good way to make my spirituality and my Christianity coexist, and I certainly believe in, I do, but I'm also someone who's divorced, and I understand that I do. The day I said I do, and I was married for 24 years, I did not say I do thinking one day I would say I won't. Nobody does. I don't think any good person says I do thinking one day I won't. But nowhere in the Bible or Christian text that I'm aware of says that I have to perpetually put up with someone who is abusing me. In fact, I'm pretty sure there's wordage in the Bible that says quite the opposite of that. And emotional neglect is abuse. Cheating on you is abuse. Spending your money, the family collective money, and drying it up because they're at the horse track every other week or gambling it away at the casino is abuse. Abuse doesn't just mean you wake up with a black eye because they drank the night before and they got rough with you. Abuse is emotional. Abuse can be sexual neglect as well. So there's no text that says you have to put up with that because you said I do. Because guess what? They said I do too. And they have no problem breaking that I do. So where's the I do to yourself? Can you see that's a little trigger for me as someone who left that type of relationship? Where's the I do to yourself? You're so concerned about this soul contract with this person that you are neglecting the soul contract you have with yourself. Only take that if it's yours. Five of Pentacles. Tell me about the Five of Pentacles. Let's get that Ace of Wands back in here. Tell me about the Five of Pentacles. This person thinks about, like I said, walking away. Look at that Two of Wands, walking towards the doorway. Walking in the opposite direction of you, whether that's the elimination of your job, the termination of the friendship, letting you go at work, laying you off, divorcing you, cheating on you, stepping out on you, lying about you, Five of Swords, manipulating you. Five of Pentacles. They fell face up, so we'll take them. The Lovers, Judgment, the King of Swords, and the Phoenix. That's what you're supposed to do. I don't know who this person is. They come up in your readings a lot as either an air sign or a fire sign. But you're supposed to make the judgment call on this person. That's the truth. Ace of Swords, Seven of Swords. You're supposed to see this person for who and what they are and move in a new direction. Be brave and move in a new direction. Tell me about the new direction. Tell me about the new direction. Tell me about the new direction here for Sagittarius. One more shuffle. Thank you. The new direction. The Queen of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Eight of Cups. There's a new partnership out there waiting for you as soon as you move on from this one. Or you make the decision to leave behind this boss. Like if you think, oh, this has been my best friend since I was 6 years old, and I know that they always backstab me and they manipulate me and they gaslight me, but I'm going to keep them out of loyalty of our friendship because I've known them for 40 years. Don't you want a friend who doesn't do that to you? Someone who's your equal and your confidant, that you can give all of, you can be vulnerable with and share all of your deepest, darkest secrets. And they're not going to repeat it or use it for fodder or talk about you when you leave the table. Don't you want a romantic partner who's not thinking of ways to step out on you, who doesn't gaslight you, who emotionally fulfills you, who is concerned about your sexual health, who doesn't abuse the family's finances? Don't you want someone like that? Because that person is out here waiting for you. I asked what comes next, a King or Queen of Cups. Someone who's emotionally vulnerable, emotionally balanced, not emotionally compromised, not erratic. Someone who's balanced, someone who's loving, someone who's an equal, someone you can trust. Someone who will treat you as good as you treat them. You don't have to persist in this. That's what your soul is just trying to tell you. So there's a better blank out there for you. It's not this. If you live in a tenement building, an apartment building, and it's replete with roaches and mice, but you really like the view, then you're choosing to live with mice and roaches. You can't manifest the property manager or manifest the property owner to get rid of them. They have free will. They may choose to get rid of them in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, or never, or they may choose to sell the building and walk away from it altogether. But you get to choose if you can live with mice and roaches. I hate to put it that way, but that's kind of what's happening here. Let's get you 3 cards of advice for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. 3 cards of advice here, please, for Sag. 5 of Wands, King of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, bottom of the deck, 9 of Cups. Don't you deserve to be happy? As opposed to living or working or engaging with someone where there's constant bickering, fighting, disagreements, strife, tension, conflict, or a lover who puts you in competition. You are in control of your pentacle resources. King of Pentacles. Who you choose to give it to is entirely up to you. Just don't give it away. Don't give it away. It's precious. What you have is precious. You deserve reciprocity. And there's someone out there waiting to give it to you. 9 of Cups, the Lovers, and the Page of Wands. There's a new connection that's literally waiting for you. You just need to take one small step towards it. That is what I have for you at this time. If you like that message and resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, subscribe, hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.